Hello everyone. Welcome to the first episode of Saaransh, The Essence, which is a bilingual channel to provide essence of some historical, cultural, political and economic issues. With the coronation of Charles III as new king of Britain, there will be a renewed interest in the infamous diamond, the Kohinoor. There will be questions about the origins of this diamond, about its place in modern day monarchy, why was this diamond not worn on this occasion, or whether the Kohinoor should be returned to the country of its origin, or why are there so many claimants to the Kohinoor. Many such questions will be asked again and again. We will stay with you in the coming episodes to summarize many untold aspects of the story of Kohinoor. No account of Indian subcontinental history is complete without the mention of Kohinoor. And all those who wrote about Maharaja Ranjit Singh also talked about the diamond in great detail. But there is a very well researched book written by William Dalrymple and Anita Anand, which provides perhaps the most authentic and detailed account of the journey of the diamond. And parts of these episodes rely on that book, along with others, as a source material. Now let's fast forward to the main story. Kohinoor. Famous Indian poet Allama Iqbal wrote, है हजारों काफिलों से आशना जे रह गुजर चश्मे कोहे नूर ने देखे हैं कितने ताजवर. Loosely translated, it means the road is familiar to thousands of caravans. Over the centuries, eyes of Kohinoor have seen many kings prosper and crumble away. Kohinoor, which has been adorned with many crowns, is also the story of the journey from power to powerlessness. Many myths surround the origin of Kohinoor, once a symbol of power in the Indian subcontinent. But those myths do not meet the criteria of historical authenticity. The Mughals, who came from Central Asia, brought with them a different set of ideas and beliefs based on Persian philosophy and aesthetic, where red stones held a more important status than the diamonds. Perhaps this is the reason why the courtiers of the Mughal period refer to red rubies more than diamonds in their writings. In the 16th and 17th century, Mughal Empire extended beyond Vindhyas toward south. More diamonds and jewels were added to its coffers. Perhaps this is the time that Kohinoor also finds its way to the Mughal treasury, as most of the diamond mines are located in this area. However, nothing can be said with certainty about the origins of Kohinoor. There are many documents from the time of Babur and Shah Jahan which mention diamonds that resemble Kohinoor in size and weight, but none of them make it clear that they were indeed talking about Kohinoor. After Jahangir, Prince Khurram, also known to the world as Shah Jahan, inherited a treasury full of jewels and diamonds and decided to convert it into Takht-e-Taus, the peacock throne, which would come to signify the political and moral authority of the Mughal Sultanate. According to Kohinoor historian William Dalrymple, this is most expensive piece of furniture ever made in the world. Kohinoor was mounted on the head of peacock throne. Interestingly, Kohinoor is mentioned for the first time in historical documents when this diamond has already left India. Nadir Shah attacks Delhi in 1739, defeats the weakest link of the Mughal Sultanate, Muhammad Shah Rangila. Nadir Shah loots Delhi and the accumulated wealth of 8 generations of the Mughals Sultanate, pack them into about 16,000 elephants, camels, horses, and carts and ferry them across to Afghanistan. In one fell swoop, accumulated wealth of the Mughal Sultanate for 350 years changes hands in that 2 months period, and along with it, Kohinoor's ownership changes to the Afghans. A legend has it that Nadir Shah acquired this diamond from Ahmad Shah Rangila under the guise of swapping turbans. But the Persian historian Muhammad Kazim Marvi mentions the name of Kohinoor for the first time and says that during Nadir Shah's looting, this diamond was attached to the head of peacock sitting on the roof of Takht-e-Taus or peacock throne. Nadir Shah lived for 8 years after this, and 2 years before his death, he removed the Kohinoor from throne and started wearing it as an armlet. When Nadir Shah is killed in a coup d'etat, this diamond is handed over by the head woman of Nadir Shah's harem to his chief lieutenant Ahmad Shah Abdali in exchange for saving her life. Ahmad Shah Abdali founded modern-day Afghanistan and established the Durrani Sultanate. This diamond was owned by his family for next 70 years. At the end of 18th century, Ahmad Shah Abdali's grandson Shah Zaman attacks India again to fill its depleting coffers, but India's conditions have changed by then. The dominance of the East India Company is on the ascent in India, and six missiles of Punjab are ready to assert their existence. In the last attack of Shah Zaman in 1799, a young man harries him out of Punjab beyond the pass of Khyber. This young man later occupied Lahore and established First Sikh Kingdom and came to be known to the world as Maharaja Ranjit Singh. He later occupied the territories of weakened Durrani Sultanate. In 1800, the very weak Shah Zaman lost the diamond for some time after being blinded. Later, when his younger brother Shah Shuja regained the throne of Kabul for some time, his first task was to find Kohinoor again, and they find this diamond in the possession of a cleric who, unaware of its value, was using it as a paperweight. Within 5 or 6 years, Durrani Sultanate wanes and disappears from the scene forever. This is the time when reign of Maharaja Ranjit Singh on the throne of Lahore is at its peak, and like other Maharajas, he is also very keen to add the coveted Kohinoor to its treasury. The Sikh king invites Shah Shuja, dethroned by then, to Lahore, the capital of Sikh Empire. Maharaja wants Kohinoor in exchange for his hospitality, but Shah Shuja instead is looking out for a companion who can help him regain his lost kingdom. Shah Shuja knocks on other kings' doors, seeking a companion, but leaves Kohinoor and his wife Wafa Begum under Maharaja Ranjit Singh's protection. The governor of Kashmir, Muhammad Atta Khan, arrests Shah Shuja in order to gain possession of Kohinoor. But Shah Shuja's wife, Wafa Begum, promises Maharaja Ranjit Singh that she will hand over Kohinoor to him if Maharaja Ranjit Singh frees Shuja from Kashmir jail. Maharaja Ranjit Singh fulfills his part of the promise, but Shah Shuja and Wafa Begum start dragging their feet. In exchange for Kohinoor, Shah Shuja requests a friendship treaty and many lakhs of rupees. On June the 1st, 1813, in Mubarak Haveli of Lahore, Kohinoor becomes property of the Sikh Empire, where it spends next 35 years. Under Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Kohinoor was not only a personal property, but also a symbol of Punjab's independence and political authority. And no one else gave this diamond as much fame as Maharaja Ranjit Singh, because this is the period when the talks about Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the reign and the fame of this diamond were echoed across the seas in the streets of Europe. For Maharaja Ranjit Singh, the Kohinoor held a special status because when he established his empire, he not only conquered all of Abdali's territory but also reclaimed the diamond from Durranis. So for Maharaja Ranjit Singh, it was also a declaration of Punjab's independence and symbolized its sovereignty. Kohinoor was widely known to be worth as much as 2.5 times of meal for the whole world. But once the Maharaja was asked what the price of this diamond was, and the earthy Maharaja's curt reply was that diamond is worth the value of 2 shoes. He meant, of course, that the stone belonged to those who possessed the might to take it and hold on to it. During the last days of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, when he couldn't even speak, the Pandits around him pressurized him to donate Kohinoor, to trade it for his heavenly abode, and to make his next birth a success. But the treasurer of Maharaja Ranjit Singh, Mr. Beli Ram, held a strong opinion that diamond is not the personal property of the Maharaja, but a symbol of the ownership and power of Sikh state and belongs to the crown, and only the next nominated Maharaja, Khadk Singh, has a right to decide about its future. It is possible that Mr. Beli Ram was honoring on to the notion which his master held about the diamond at the peak of his empire. Maharaja Ranjit Singh passes away in 1839, but while his cremation was taking place, no one knew where the Kohinoor was. Some people suspected Maharaja's treasurer, Mr. Beli Ram. Even the British resident reported in his first letter that it had been donated to the Jagannath temple at Puri. Beli Ram, however, being dutiful to the crown, did not let the diamond go to the Jagannath temple of Puri despite all the pressure. He kept it hidden until it was handed over to the next heir to the throne, Maharaja Khadk Singh. The time after the death of Maharaja is the twilight period of the Sikh Empire. During the next 4 years, where suspicions, conspiracies, and power squabbling which ensued, 3 heirs to the throne, a queen, and many nobles perished untimely. As the heir to the throne of the vast empire of Punjab, and as a new inheritor of Kohinoor, a 5-year-old boy sits on the throne. At this time, his mother, Maharani Jinda, is 26-year-old. Many viziers of the court are happy that they can maneuver this mother-son duo and state as they desire. But are they underestimating the new Queen Mother, Maharani Jinda? While the loyalties of the Sardars and nobles of Lahore Darbar are fluid and are prone to change overnight, there is someone else across the Satluj whose intentions are very clear and focused. This is probably the first multinational company in the world, East India Company, which has set its sights not only on fertile lands of Punjab but also the Kohinoor. What is Saaransh, or the essence of the story of Kohinoor so far? Firstly, there is no record of arrival of Kohinoor in the treasury of the Mughal Sultanate. It is possible that this diamond came during the southern expansion of Mughal Empire because most of the diamond mines are located in this area. The first mention of Kohinoor is when Nadir Shah loots it and takes it to Afghanistan. For the next 75 years, this diamond remains in Afghanistan. Thirdly, after that diamond from Afghanistan enters the Lahore court, where under the Sikh rule, where it is also a symbol of the rise, independence, and sovereignty of the Sikh Empire for the next 3.5 decades. From the Mughal court to the Sikh state, Kohinoor passes through hands of 4 dynasties, but it got its real fame only during the reign of Maharaja Ranjit Singh. After the death of the Maharaja of Punjab, the 3 owners of Kohinoor dies untimely and under suspicious circumstances, and the Kohinoor diamond finds its new owner, a 5-year-old child, the last Maharaja of Sikh Empire, the boy king, Maharaja Dalip Singh. What happens to Kohinoor after this? We talk about that part of the story of Kohinoor in next episodes of Saaransh, the Essence. Thanks again for watching, and please do subscribe, like, and share the video. Thank you very much.